This is 7 National News, and in our top story. The UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has attended the CEI 3 Stars President Endurance Cup. The race was held at the Emirates International Endurance Village in Al Wathba, with support from Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Global Arabian Flats Racing Festival. 128 riders from various UAE, GCC and European stables participated in the event, with a total value of the race prizes of 1.5 million dirhams, in addition to 4 vehicles and a luxury Rolex watch. The prestigious race was attended by Crown Prince of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Deputy Ruler of Dubai and UAE Minister of Finance, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum, in addition to other sheikhs, ministers and officials. Following the race, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum congratulated His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan and his winning rider Ali Khalfan Al Juhuri from Al Wathba stables for the 2nd year in a row. World Health Organization estimates the big burden on healthcare costs to rise by 2030, taking over 40% of the huge health budgets of countries. In the region, the incidence of non-communicable diseases is rising and increasing pressure on economies. These were some of the concerns highlighted at the inaugural edition of the International Family Medicine Conference and Exhibition, or IFM. His Excellency Khalid Al-Kamda, Director General of the Community Development Authority, attended the opening and toured the IFM, which showcased 60 participants from the field of health and medical care. In his keynote speech, the Director General of the Executive Board of the GCC Health Ministers Council, Professor Tawfiq Khuja, said family medicine is at the heart of ensuring the delivery of efficient and effective healthcare. He says this is critical in addressing the rising incidence of chronic non-communicable diseases, or NCDs, in the region. In the GCC, the prevalence of diabetes is between 12.3 to 24%. Hypertension is between 21 to 40%, tobacco use at 13 to 23%. Obesity is at 53.6 to 80%, and inactivity at 34 to 81%.
This conference is a unique conference because it highlights the importance of family practice and primary health care team in dealing with chronic illnesses, non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, hypercholesteremia, bronchial asthma, and obesity, and other risk factors leading to such chronic illnesses.
What else we need to do in terms of even policies, because it's important to have the policies that will support not only the family but the community as a whole. And one of the issues, really preventing the fast food restaurant from being near the school. So we should have a zone that, the fast food giant should not have an outlet within this parameter. I think by doing this and by educating the families, especially the mother, of healthy food, the healthy habit, outdoor and exercising is really the things that we need to encourage.
The 3-day event will become an annual gathering of regional and international experts with a focus on family medicine and primary healthcare. Organisers say this is in line with Dubai's vision to become a major international medical tourism hub with its rapidly expanding health sector. The Minister of Health and Welfare of Taiwan, Dr. Wen Ta-shu, says they too have a similar situation with non-communicable diseases. This platform will further the collaboration between UAE and Taiwan, as well as learn from others and showcase their own expertise.
We have the better universal health coverage in Taiwan since 1995. Our healthcare system was ranked as one of the top 10 healthcare systems in the world. And we also provide one more options to our Dubai citizen friends, that they can choose Taiwan as medical tourism if they are going to seek medical care abroad.
Nowadays, you don't see only family physician. The family physician are quite upgraded with the specialities. You can have family physician who are a specialist in diabetes. You have family physician who are a specialist in treating of cardiovascular disease. So therefore, the level of family physician has honestly increased to a level that people started to go to them, and as I mentioned, they are the gatekeeper at the end of the day. And this conference and events is emphasizing on the role of family physician and what are the knowledge that they have to provide it within the primary healthcare setup.
Following the shift in education paradigms and as part of the implementation of the new school model to encourage interactive learning, Abu Dhabi Educational Council organised a conference to focus on innovative teaching methods. Over 1,000 teaching professionals from public and private schools, the Ministry of Education and other education authorities attended the conference in the capital titled Evolving Paradigms and Roles of School Leadership in Light of Future Changes. The conference was part of the Council's efforts to encourage teachers to focus on skills and innovation in order to enhance the learning experiences of students. His Excellency Dr. Mughir Al-Khalili, Director General at ADEC, delivered the opening speech, where he stated that it is important for teachers to provide an interesting learning environment and develop the students' abilities to think creatively, work collaboratively and communicate effectively. He further added that teachers must develop professional capabilities to become effective facilitators and innovators in the delivery of effective education.
The new generation are more talented and advanced in their learning when it comes to the research and Googling and whipping the sites, digging for the information. And unless the teacher was as fast as the child, or as I would say strong technically from the innovation side as the child, the children will find it very difficult to colorate to what they're saying. So it's very important to bring the leadership of the schools, the academic staff, to the level of the speed that our children are in today.
The conference attracted authors of books on innovative teachings, who also speak at the event and shared their best practices and expertise. One of the key issues that were discussed was teaching methods and skills to nurture the quality of curiosity amongst their students. Among them was Professor Hal Gregerson, Senior Affiliate Professor of Innovation and Leadership at INSEAD and co-author of The Innovator's DNA, stated that innovators have to think different and act different. He highlighted 5 key skills that include questioning, observing, networking and experimenting, which can be useful for the process of innovative learning. With regards to teaching skills, Professor Gregerson added that teachers should help children identify the right questions to ask, which should eventually allow them to think creatively and innovatively.
If the world stays the same, you and I don't need to change. We're safe as long as we're doing good things. But if the world is changing and we don't change, we've got problems. My view is the world is changing, which means we've got to approach things differently. And that comes down to, are the kids growing up in this world we live in, are they actively keeping these skills alive? And the new model is, I think, a great attempt to keep these skills of innovators alive. Take a simple skill like questioning. Most children from the ages of 4 to 24 years old, be it school when they're young or school and university, they ask very few questions. In fact, 1 question per month in an hour-long class. That's nothing. But when they were little 4-year-olds, they'd ask hundreds of questions. And what the new school model has the potential to do, and does where it's working well, is it enables these kids to ask lots of questions and then gives them the power and freedom and space to try some experiments, to make some observations, to talk to different people to get the ideas to solve the thing. They then are prepared to deliver new solutions in a new situation that their peers who haven't had these skills kept alive, they're just incompetent at.
The heart of Dubai's heritage, the Dubai Museum, recorded over 1 million visitors in 2013, a 12% increase compared to 2012. Providing residents and visitors with vivid insights into the history of the Emirate, Dubai Museum recorded 85,000 visitors per month during 2013. Mohammed Al-Aridi, head of heritage at the Dubai Culture and Arts Authority, said, in just over 40 years, Dubai Museum has become a regional touristic and cultural landmark that combines the Emirates' rich culture and heritage with state-of-the-art technology to provide visitors with insights into the evolution of this dynamic city. The museum is housed within the restored Al-Fahidi fort, and in 1971, the site was opened to the public as a museum. And in other news, it promises to be an exciting 2 weeks ahead as top tennis players are all set for the action-packed 2014 Dubai Duty Free Tennis Championships. Starting Monday, Dubai Tennis Stadium will be home to gripping tennis contests until the 1st of March, which will include both the WTA Premier Women's Tournament and the ATP 500 Men's Tournament. Dubai's 14th edition of the WTA event will feature 16 of the top 20 players as they compete for the $2 million prize. The men's tournament promises to be a thriller and will feature 5 of the top 10 ranked players, including the 5-time champion Roger Federer and the defending champion Novak Djokovic. Speaking at the draw ceremony for the WTA event, Colm McLaughlin, Executive Vice Chairman of Dubai Duty Free, stated that the attendance of top-ranked players indicates the tournament's prestige and its increased popularity in the international calendar since the first tournament in 1993.
We're very happy with the entry this year. As I said earlier, we have 7 of the top 10 ladies entered and 15 of the top 20, and that's fairly unique. Our ladies tournament has been going for 15 years. Venus Williams has won this tournament twice. Serena Williams is #1 in the world. The Dubai Duty Free ambassadors, 2 ambassadors we have in the WTA Tour, Caroline Wozniacki and Anna Ivanovic, they're both former #1s in the world. I think it's going to be a fantastic 2 weeks of tennis.
The draw ceremony, held days ahead of the thrilling contest, was also attended by Venus Williams, Samantha Stossur, Sorana Cristea and Lucy Safarova, along with other tournament officials. This year's focus will be on the Williams sisters, as the 2-time winner Venus returns after a 4-year break and will start off the first round head-to-head against the Russian Elena Vesnina and could meet Anna Jankovic and Agnieszka Radwanska at later stages. Meanwhile, Serena, who was the latest wildcard to join the tournament, was also one of the top 4 seeds given an automatic bye for the first round, who could also possibly clash with the defending champion Petra Kvitova in the semi-finals. Other former world #1s that will take part in the WTA event include Jelena Jankovic, along with the 2011 winner Caroline Wozniacki.
I've played actually a lot of great matches this season, and it's just started. There's a lot of more tournaments to be played, so I want to get stronger and keep building, and I love playing this game. For us, performance is everything. That's what we do. That's what we train and prepare for, eat, sleep, and breathe. And we want to do well in these tournaments.
The draw is important. Sometimes you can maybe be in a hard section or a weaker section, but I think in this tournament, there's no easy sections, there's no real easy matches. You're playing people ranked in the top 30 right from the first match, so it's tough, but I guess that's what makes it such a great event. Great tournament. I think we all really enjoy coming back here. You get nice weather. We stay in a nice hotel. You play at a beautiful club. So I think each year it gets a little bit bigger each year and better supported. And I think that shows by the the rankings of all the players that decide to come here.
Well, it's the start of the tournament, and the opening match. It's always hard because it's the new conditions and everything. And then when you look at the draw, it's really strong. It's one of the strongest tournaments in a year, and I haven't played against Sloane yet on a WTA tournament, I think, so it will be something a little new, and I'm looking forward to it.